Folks, how you all doing? I hope you're all keeping well. It's a lovely day down the allotment today, but it's a bit cold. It's a bit cooler than normal. Well, actually no, it's normal. It's normal temperature. It was -2 this morning. It's probably about 6 degrees now. I've got a few jobs to do, but I'm going to flip the camera around and I'll show you what I'm looking at. A lot of you probably haven't seen this part of the plot because it was essentially abandoned about 18 months, 2 years ago because of the water situation. If you look here, now these aren't concreted in, but I had to put down a load of broken slabs because of how wet it was. And then if you remember from my old videos, the chicken pen flooded, and so I had to abandon this area completely. You can just see how much water's there now, just from yesterday's. See the water in there? So yeah, so this has been like off limits because you can't really grow anything here because of the state of it. The only thing that likes to grow here is mint. So I planted a load of mint because that's actually helped stabilize the soil a bit so it's not too slippy, because obviously there's a load of mint roots in here. This is all scrap wood to go to the recycling centre. So what I'm doing now is, when I tidy up, I'm popping loads of straw down simply because it's cheap as chips, and this is so dangerous. It's, you know, dealing with an allotment that's from, you know, I don't know, maybe 7 months of the year is like this because of how wet it is. It's the only thing you can do, and I can't afford to keep putting bark and bark and bark down. If I can't get it for free, it costs too much money. I have spoke to the council on numerous occasions about getting this sorted. I even said to them I'd happily donate this section of my allotment and have a pond dug to help drainage for the entire site, because if you look, there's an ever so slight slope down into this corner down there. That plot in particular, I mean, my personal opinion is they shouldn't be charged rent for their plot, because sometimes they can have their entire plot under a foot of water. I mean, mine's not that bad. It's only about 40-50% of my plot. It's about, the worst water damage from me comes from about the corner of the greenhouse there, and it comes all the way across here in like a diagonal line. You can probably just, I've got a lot of bark down here, but you can just see it. Hence I use the raised beds. And it goes all the way back behind that shed, all the way down there. And now I've raised that chicken coop up a hell of a lot, and as I've said before, this side of my plot has been raised up by almost a foot to deal with the water issue. It's taken tons of compost, topsoil, manure, everything to do that, but you know, as you can see from the raspberries and the fruit trees, everything grows nicer. You know, can't really do it here. This is why I need the raised beds. So anyway, hello Mr. Robin, how you doing, pal? You all good? Hey, how you doing, mate? Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm trying to get a lot of straw down. You have your fill of worms, mate, don't you worry. So I'm going to put some straw down, and then that will stop me slipping and injuring myself. But yeah, if you can get hold of it, straw, it's not a bad thing for wet areas because it doesn't cost very much. It's biodegradable, and if you put too much down and you need to rake it off, it makes brilliant compost. It's another February job, and I'm going to crack on. So until next time, take care. Speak soon. Hi folks, how you doing? So it's coming to the end of Feb, and I've cracked open the polytunnel for the first time in, God, it must be like 3 months, and things have started to spring into life. So I'm going to flip the camera around and you can have a look for yourself. Haha! Look at that. That's the gunner already popping up. It's actually really nice and warm in here. There's these, look, the grape hyacinths and bulbs that I forgot to plant. They've already started to flower. I'm going to plant these out now. Everything's got leaves on now. I've even got a lupin over there. I need to get the strawberries in here, to be fair, ASAP. Obviously, everything's been stored away for winter. Canes have been in there, keep them nice and dry. So it's time to get everything out and about. Hi folks, how you doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Down the plot today, ticking off another few jobs. So I'm mulching around the rhubarb with some straw that I've got, and some newspaper to suppress the weeds. The only weeds I've really got in this area is lemon balm. If you plant lemon balm in your garden, it'll just go nuts and pop up everywhere. I don't mind the stuff, it's great, I use it quite a lot, but I grow far too much than I need, and once you have it you can never get rid of the damn stuff. But it's not too bad. As things grow, it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, I'd like to stay on top of it, so where there's a few clumps I leave them, like in there it'll be so hard to weed out, and I'll just leave that. But the rest of the stuff that pops up, I just put a sheet of newspaper on top of it, cover it with some straw, some hay, some bark. The reason I'm using straw and hay at the moment is just because it's cheaper. I think that wood chippers, tree surgeons and everything else have cottoned on to that it's a really good resource, and it's a bit more difficult to get your hands on it for free now, which is a shame, but it's also nice that people are using it. But you can always get straw and hay. But here we go, I laid this hay down the other day. Don't know if you can see there, fox poo. So yeah, it looks like the fox has been lying in my raised bed and using it as an actual bed. So yeah, I don't mind. I mean, normally if you remember in the summer, the fox used to like to sleep in my raspberries because I'd found them squished a few times. And then over by the pond, there's some mountain cornflowers that grow every year into a big bush, and the fox likes to nestle up in there. Still never seen it on my plot, and I've never been able to catch it on the trail cameras because I don't leave them down here all the time in case they go walkabout. But yeah, I see signs of it. I see ginger fur, I see paw prints, and I see a bit of poo. So yeah, fox is making itself at home. Some people might think that's a really bad thing, but it's not. It's quite good actually, because they keep a lot of the other pests away, and I'm quite happy for a fox to be around here. It'll certainly help out with any mice and rats and stuff that want to come and eat my chicken eggs. And to be fair, the chickens have been down here now for about 7 years, and I haven't had a fox incident yet, so all's good. You right there, girlie? It's a bit cold today, isn't it? You been fed? You been watered? Yeah? You're old girl now, aren't you? Anyway, folks, I'm not going to flip the camera around because my hair's a mess, but until next time, take care. Speak soon!
It's happened again, folks. I bought a bag of chicken food with a mouse inside it. I've just cut, this is a brand new bag I opened the other day, and I've just come to feed the chickens, and I'm not joking, he's just run across my hand. Alright, let's see if we can find him. There's a spider. Oh, you see him? You see him? Oh, I hate it when this happens. There he is. There he is. You right, fella? You look as scared as I was when you ran across my hand. Oh, there you go again. There you are again. There you are. You've come all the way from the farm shop, haven't you? Yep. And you've probably been loving it in there. There he is. Hello, you. What are you doing? Hey. You've been living like fat of the land in there, haven't you? You cheeky little monkey. How are we going to get you out without you biting me? Right. I'll try and scoop you out. Should I try and scoop you out? Promise not to bite me, yeah? Alright. Hell! No, 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 don't fall in the... Oh, don't go in the bottom! Don't... Ah! He's in there now. I'm never going to get him out. Bugger.